So what is good, people? Welcome to another investing video. And in this video, we are continuing our Investing $1 a Day series. This time we are doing episode 3, which means that since it's 3 weeks, I need to make sure that I have at least $21 invested into each asset. Now, full disclosure, I actually already recorded this video once, but for some reason the audio was just terrible. I spent like an hour trying to salvage the audio. Couldn't do it, so here I am recording it again. So I've pretty much already bought everything, and this is just going to be a quick recap going over what I decided to do. So starting off with metals. If you remember way back in episode 1, I went ahead and bought $20 worth of gold, and we can see that the gold price went up and then came back down. And so it is now at $20.15. So I'm still up with gold, just not as high as I was in the last episode. And what I decided to do, since we've gone past the 20-day mark, we're on day 21, I decided to make a second investment. And instead of investing in gold, this time I invested in silver. I went ahead and bought a full ounce of silver, and I bought it at $24.13, and it is still $24.13. It has not changed since I bought it, but you can see now that we have our gold purchase and our silver purchase both on the chart. With both of them together, I am at $44.28 total, and my total spent was $44.13. So I'm up on my purchases, and you can see right down here the silver purchase that I made. It cost me $28.93. So there was a little bit of a premium to buy the $24.13, but it was a small premium, so it was a good one. Now I'm pretty sure silver is eventually going to go back up. It's on its way down right now, which is one of the reasons why I thought it was a good time to get in. And I do have a lot of physical silver, but for the purpose of this video, we're not going to count any of the physical metals that I have, and we're just going to go with the MyMint wallet metals. So that's where we stand out right now, $44.28 worth of metals. And we'll see how this works out going forward. Now, jumping into stocks. So what I decided to do here, as you can see, overall, I am down on my stocks. I still got the USDC, which I got for free from Coinbase, and I also bought in last week's episode 1 share of the ARMOUR Residential REIT. Now I bought it for $4.98, and it is now $5.09. So I am up on that purchase. Now what I didn't mention last time was this is actually a monthly dividend REIT, and so I pulled up the actual dividend payments in the past, and you can see the next payment is going to be on 5/30, and that's actually pretty much the end of every month is when they pay out their dividends, and I need to be in by 5/15 in order to qualify for that next dividend payment, which I am in before 5/15, so it's all good. The last few dividend payments were 8 cents per share, which is actually pretty good considering it's only $5 per share for the actual stock. But you can see the history where it has been going down lately. It was way up at 17 cents at one point, 19 cents, 22 cents, 33 cents. But before that, it was down to 4 cents. So it jumped way up and then slowly started coming down. And so who knows what can happen, just depending on the economy. It could jump way up back again. But that is one of the reasons why I bought it, because it is a monthly paying dividend. And of course, I'm going to reinvest those dividends back into the stock. Now, the other stock that I bought was the Stewart Property Trust. This was the one that I bought in episode 1. I put $7 in episode 1 and then $2 in episode 2. And for this episode, what I decided to do was I have an order queued here and I put in another $7. And so that's going to give me almost a full share. Now, when I bought it, my average price is $17.44. So it is down right now at $16.32. But there actually is a lot of stocks that are down ever since First Republic Bank crashed and was taken over by the feds. And so a lot of shares have been going down. I'm not worried about it at all. I'm sure I will do fine. Now, the $7 purchase will come in when the market opens tomorrow, and then I'll have almost a full share. So now let's jump into crypto. So here is the thing with our crypto investment. So I jumped into DEX vaults. I jumped into this vault right here. And as you can see, there's this little note here that says this farm has been retired. This farm has been retired. So DEX Finance has decided to make some pretty big moves this past week. They're going to be moving their ecosystem from the Binance Smart Chain over to the Arbitrum blockchain. And Arbitrum is a layer 2 blockchain for Ethereum. And so it's a way for you to use the Ethereum blockchain without paying the really high Ethereum gas fees. Arbitrum actually, their gas fees are really low to the point where it's almost like a gasless chain because they're so low. And so I have a couple options here. What I can do is I can go ahead and just withdraw everything from here. I would most likely put it in USDEX. And if I do that, then I could jump over to the migration and I can migrate that USDEX over to their new token, which is going to be USDEX Plus, and that's going to be on the Arbitrum blockchain. If I decide to do that, I could also migrate DEX shares into their GDEX, which is going to be their replacement for the DEX shares. I can do that, or I can just take the money and invest it elsewhere, or I could just put it into another vault on here. I think total there's almost 300 vaults on the site. Of course, a lot of them are going to have the DEX Finance tokens, but there are some that don't have DEX Finance tokens at all, as you can see. So before I actually make a decision, I'm going to wait another week just to see how the migration works out, because I'm a fan of DEX Finance. They've been going for a full year now without any major issues, and I like the things that they're doing going forward with the project. They are making a big change to their tokenomics. The stablecoin USDEX will no longer be a algorithmic stablecoin. Instead, it's going to be backed by actual assets now, which is a good move. And I do like the idea of them going to Arbitrum because it's going to save on the gas fees. And so when they release the new version of DEX Vaults, the gas fees are going to be a lot cheaper, which is nice. And so right now I'm leaning towards just holding on for the migration and migrating my investment over to the new ecosystem and then doing my farming there. But that is going to be next week, not this week. And so we're just not going to do anything we're not going to do anything this week. We're just going to wait until next week. There we go. Eventually I got it out. So I will have to remember that next week I will need to put a minimum of $28 into whatever I decide to do with our crypto investment. So I will keep you guys updated to let you know how things work out and what my decision is. But that is pretty much it for this video. So we are up on metals, down on stocks, and we are not doing anything with crypto in this episode. So hopefully the next week's episode will be a lot more eventful. But thank you so much for watching as always, and I will catch you guys in the next video.